If you want to scale your Amazon business, you are going to need a lot of cash. And if you do not have a lot of cash, you're going to need to leverage credit if you want to scale fast. The thing is that most people in this space use a lot of short-term credit, all right? And really short-term credit. We're going to talk a little bit about what is short-term credit in a few. But yeah, this is what we're going to talk in today's video. We're going to talk about the danger of doing this and best practice to actually do this the right way. Because if you do not pay attention to this, you're going to get fucked one way or another. Before we actually start talking about this, look at the description. There's 2 important links. 3, there's the mentorship program, but I'm tired of talking about this. It's going to come in Q1. Just subscribe to the waitlist. If you've seen the other videos, you know what it is. But there's 2 important links in the description. One-on-one coaching. If you want to scale your business, you need some help. You need someone to actually mentor you, to build a plan for you to actually follow. Look at the description, book a call with me. I'm going to help you scale. Second link that you're going to find is for the Discord server. If you want to scale, you need a network. If you want to scale, the best way to do it, come on a Discord server, talk to people, right? Answer people questions. Ask questions if you have some questions. Be active, and soon enough you'll meet some people, right? That's it. I met a lot of people this way, and this is what helped me scale tremendously. Now, as I was saying, today we are going to talk about credit, and especially short-term credit, because you need to realize something. When you see people doing huge numbers on Amazon, whether you see it on Twitter, when you see crazy orange bars, most of those people, especially the people that scale super fast, use credit. All right, they use credit cards such as the Amex Gold, such as the Amex Plum, such as other credit cards, 0% APR cards, but most of them actually use charge cards. And you need to realize something. In accounting, in finance, we talk about short-term debt when a debt is going to get to maturity, so in less than a year, okay? And charge cards are really short-term debts. Credit cards can be considered as short-term debt, but like the reason people actually use charge cards is because with the credit card, with charge card, like the Amex Gold, you do not really have a limit. Yes, there's a limit, but there's super high limit because you need to pay them back in 30 days, which is a little bit different than credit cards. But the reason I'm saying this is because this is something that you really need to understand, and they may not be at a really good place in their business because the smallest thing can happen and it can fuck up their whole operation. And if you are currently at that place, you need to do some things different. You do not need to do some things differently, but you actually need to do some things to actually alleviate these risks, because you cannot run a business like this forever. The first thing that you need to realize is that a lot of these guys are actually, all the profit that they make is not necessarily reinvested into the business, and because of that, they do not, their whole business run on credit. They do not have cash reserves, and because of that, they need to first liquidate products super fast, because if they don't, sometimes they do not have enough cash to actually pay their bill, their Amex bill. And if you don't, because there's a lot of risk involved in that, and if you don't, you're going to get your limits slashed, and you're not going to be able to spend a lot of money in inventory, right? And this is one of the big risks of running your business this way. Running your business with short-term debt, first, it's going to fuck up your cash flow, all right? It's going to fuck up your cash flow. You may miss on great sale if you do not plan accordingly. Because if you miss a payment, as I said, your limits are going to get slashed in half, and not even, sometimes even more than half, and you can get in big trouble, because if you do not have cash reserve, the next month you're not going to be able to actually buy a lot of inventory. All right, this is the first thing that you need to realize. But it's not actually a bad way to actually scale your business, because if you do not have cash, you need to do everything that you can to actually scale your business. No. If you are currently at this place in your business, you need to understand the risks. This is the first risk. Your cash flow is going to get fucked up. If you miss a payment, you are not going to be able to maintain the same level of spend month after month after month. This is the main thing. If you want to build a sustainable Amazon business, this is the main thing that you need to actually put in place. You need to maintain a constant level of spend month after month. Of course, some months there's going to be less opportunities, you're going to spend less, but you need to maintain, and grow little by little the amount of money that you spend every single month. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because if you are actually in that space right now with your business, you are over leveraging credit, like really short-term credits, charge cards, credit cards. If you are at that place right now, you are not going to be able to reach for constant growth. The first thing that you actually need to do is start building up a cash reserve, all right? 3 months of spend, so just so your business can sustain during 3 months. This is what you should aim for, having a treasury of 3 months of spend, all right? So if you spend $5,000, and if you use charge cards, I'm sorry, it's going to be way more than that. But if you spend, let's say, $5,000 a month to make $10,000 a month in sale, you need to try to build a 3 months cash reserve, all right? So $15,000 that you have in the bank just in case something happened with your charge card. Because yes, it's good to scale, but you should not be scaling over, like you should not be scaling with credits like that much all the time, because you're going to run into some issues. At one point, it can really kill your business. So try to build that cash reserve. If you are at $50,000 a month, right now you are spending $25,000 a month. Try to, before you actually try to over leverage yourself even more, to actually scale even more, try to actually stay constant, like try to actually maintain for a little bit. Those maintenance phase, I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Those maintenance phase are gonna like save your business for all these issues. You need to have those phases in which you are not gonna scale aggressively, because scaling aggressively, you can scale aggressively for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, but the longer you do it without actually building those cash reserves, the more likely it is that you actually run into an issue that you need to start back from zero. So having those maintenance phase are going to be what is going to put some cushion and allow you to actually fall back on your, fall back in a way that is actually not, you will not have to start again from zero, all right? This is the main reason why you want to do this. Building those cash reserves, if you spend $25,000 a month, try to build, and you do not necessarily have to build 3 months, but try to aim for 3 months. This is what I actually want to do with my business at the pace that I'm at right now. If I sell $40,000 a month, I'm spending $20,000 a month in inventory. I do not want to scale too aggressively with short-term debt. I'm not even using short-term debt anyway, but I'm going to try to build my assets at least to 3 times what I want, what I need to actually, spend, and not necessarily cash, but like all my assets, because you actually need to look at and I know a lot of you guys do not even do your accounting. No, it's not even the accounting, but do not even look at the financial health or your business. And if you have more debts that you have assets in your business, and assets include not only cash but inventory, you're gonna get fucked one way or another. So you need to actually try to build your assets to be above all the debts that you have before you actually try to go again to scale aggressively. If you scale aggressively all the time, you're gonna get fucked. You can get a suspension. What are you gonna do? You get suspended. What are you going to do? You have 6 figures in Amex bills. What are you going to do? Or are you going to pay? You need to think about all this stuff. Try to go yes, it's good to scale, but do not be in constant scaling mode all the time. Build your cash reserve so you can have some cushion to actually go back and scale even more aggressively, because you have that cushion to actually be able to fall back on if something bad actually happens. And if you scale aggressively, something bad is actually going to happen one way or another. Some months, your sales are not going to be the same. Some things are going to slow down. You're going to have some issues with listings. Things like that happen. And if you are not scared about this, it means that you are not actually scaling as aggressively as you could. All right, because you are not going as deep as you could in some listings. You are not taking enough risk. And there's a place that you need to be that is right in the middle, right? But the reason I'm saying all this is that if you actually try to build a cash reserve and you go through those maintenance phase, you are going to be able to scale even more aggressively and grow way higher before actually hitting another maintenance phase. So this is something that you actually need to think about. This is something that a lot of people do not think about, because as I said, when you use charge cards to actually scale your business, you have really short-term expiration on your debt. So if you use credit cards like the Amex Gold, is going to be 30 days. Of course, the Amex Plum gives you a little bit more cushion with 60 days, but the limit, I do not think the limit tends to be that high on the Amex Plum. So the reason, and I'm sorry, my phone is still on. The reason why I'm saying all this is because you really need to look at the financial health of your business. And a lot of you guys that are younger do not really understand those concepts. And these are super important concepts. Try to pick up a book on financial accounting. Try to understand those terms. Try to understand all this. This is something that nobody talks about in this business. Yes, debts are good. Like credit can help you scale, but do not do it too fast. If you do it too fast, you're going to get fucked, all right? And you could grow even faster if you go through these maintenance phase. Remember that, all right? So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, do all that stuff as usual. I don't want to subscribe, all that stuff. And if you want to learn more about selling on Amazon, watch these videos that appear on the screen right now, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.